Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another trade recap. I'm going to show you what I did today and also yesterday. So yesterday was a very slow day for me, and I will show you here. Actually had a couple losses, but lots of break-even trades. A lot of break-even trades so far this week. This is last week, but this week it's been quite insane with the stop loss on break-even. And so crazy. Anyways, what happened today is that we ended up going bearish strongly right here. And you can actually see that we entered a daily fair value gap. Price did target that. I'm going to show you something right here. Because again, if you are not following me on my Telegram, I recommend you checking it out. Right, the link is in the description. So I shared this thing in the morning at 7:44 before New York session. I shared this image, a projection of what I was seeing, my vision for the day. This was on a 5 minute time frame. I was expecting price to go low, right, towards this lows right here. This is London session, Asian session. I was seeing lots of liquidity here, and I was starting to see already SMT divergence with displacement to the downside. So that's what I sent. And then at 1:31 p.m., look at what happened, right? So the projections I'm sending, they're very quite accurate. However, the day was challenging for scalping. Oh my God. I'll show you right here so you can you'll understand pretty much what happened. But I love this rejection right now. I love it. I'm actually swing trading, by the way. Today I took a buy and I'm gonna hold it overnight. I don't know, the way this thing's seeing is looking on the 4 hour time frame is looking strongly bearish. I'm not gonna lie. On the daily, it's probably a pullback. Yeah, I can use the Fibonacci from the low point, from the low to the high. Price is pulling back, and we have tapped discount already. So uh, probably they can expect now price to expand. But anyways, I took a buy. I'm going to show you here. Let me just now bring everything up. There we go. So price drop. We have an SMT tapping on the daily fair value gap, and my entry right here is this one. I don't know. I'm probably dead tonight. Maybe I might actually. This thing might actually stop me on tonight, but I wanted to try. Right? Who cares? I wanted to try this buy after the divergence at a fair value gap as well, and an inversion fair value gap already happening somewhere here. I could have probably entered a lot early, but because it was dropping so fast, I kind of get a little concerned. But look at this, right? Let's go to 5 minute time frame. This is the time frame I actually sent this. So I was looking for sales the whole morning, and I got stopped out on break even twice. I'm glad I got stopped out on break even in these two positions. I'm glad because right at the opening, I actually look at what the price did. It would have actually stopped me out on both positions before actually going my direction, right? So I was targeting at first the London lows right here because I knew that let me hide this indicator here for a second, right? I knew we were tapping, entering into a 4 hour fair value gap, right? So pretty much overnight, after yesterday's drop, overnight we pulled back, we went to premium, and then preparing here the actual drop. New York session opens, and I'm already starting to see on the 15 minute. I think there was an SMT here. It's a 15 minute. Yeah, this SMT, there was an SMT here at the top, and then we had a displacement with a fair value gap. So when the price pushes up right here, enters that fair value gap on the 15 minute. Let's go lower time frame now. Enters right here. See, Now it starts displacing. I went to the 1 minute. I was already taking my position somewhere here. And a market structure shift, and I was placing my stop a few pips above this high, right? But notice again, price. I was actually going in profits, nice, but it was slow. And when I see the markets are slow like that, going my direction, at first it started good, but then it started just chop, 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 very slow. That's a bad sign for me. In my experience here, it's a bad sign. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to put this thing on break even right away. Like, I don't care. I'm going to put this thing. I know most of the time I move my stops to break even when I'm halfway down my target. But this time, I was like, screw it. I'm going to put my stops break even. Price pushed up, break even, right? And then I'm like, all right. It's okay. It's okay. Wait now. Wait now for another reaction and see if price actually in fact wants to go up, or is, I mean, it was meant to be, the price was just coming back up to get people out on break even. So notice this 5 minute fair value gap right here. After respecting this 15 minute right here, it dropped, left this 5 minute, price pull back, tapped the 5 minute, and then when it's tapping that 5 minute, I went again to the 1 minute, and I'm just simply watching for a reaction, some sort of divergence or reaction. I wanted to see something going on here. And boom, when I started to see that momentum candle starting to go strong to the downside, I was like, okay, I'm hopping in again. So I did enter again aggressively, place the stop loss above the high, and price started moving, started chopping around. I got a little tired of it. You see right there, when the price came back up, I was already again placing my stops to break even. I told everything to my students on the VIP group. I was telling them, I'm putting this thing on break even. I don't like it. So, and then by somewhere at this time, I was actually going live on Discord, and New York Stock Exchange open, and you will see the volatility right here. Boom, right there. See, so I'm glad I moved my two positions on break even, right? Because I would have got stopped out. And you know what is more stressing is after being stopped out, the price goes straight down your target. That's very stressing, right? You don't want to see that. So I'm glad that I was out on break even. So after that, I was like, damn it, this thing is just moving way too quick right here. So now I think this is, yeah, this was a mistake that I did. I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. It's just the price, because I entered in a continuation. I was entering on a fair value gap right here after 9:30, right? After 9:30, we had a fair value gap at the top, and then we had another fair value gap right here in this one. So I actually waited for the rejection. When this rejection happened, I entered on the creation of this candle. This candle was actually open. So I entered there, I placed my stop loss above the fair value gap, and then when I entered, prices started chop, 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 chop. Again, enter on a freaking sideways market. I hate when I get an accumulation. I have to admit it. It's probably my thing. I don't know if you guys happen to have a similar thing like that, but I hate when I enter, and as soon as I enter, price start choppy, chop, chop, chop. I hate it. And my patience, I run out of patience a lot of times. So what I did is just close the position, right? I closed the position, and as soon as I closed the position, that thing actually went lower, and but I was already out. I cut losses on this one. So price started doing another play around, came back. You see, it would have got me on break even though. That position would have stopped me on break even. Probably I would have taken partials by then, and then would have stopped me on break even again. You see, so this would have been a third break even trade for the day, but instead, anyways, that was a I caught losses on that one. And then right here, I entered again. The price tapped this 15-minute fair value gap. I got right? This after this recent drop at 9:30, this inefficiency here when we tapped it, see this momentum here. I was entering after this inversion. After that candle closed below, that was an inversion fair value gap. Jesus, yellow, really? Anyways, right there, I was entering on that one, and I was targeting just 1 to 2, right? And then price started doing like this again, chop, 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 accumulating right there, and again, this one, it was a loss as well on this one. Cut losses on that one. And then a little bit later, notice I think this one did not hit my stop loss. It actually formed an SMT here. It formed an SMT, and the indicator detected that SMT, as you can see there. So I got the change in the state of delivery, and I entered on this one. So for this one, I was like, oh, come on, man, screw it. I'm gonna hold this. And if I get stopped out, what the heck? So this one again, it took a long time. Look at the struggle. Came again to the break even. So no, I did not move the stops to break even. I was like, screw it. I will hold this thing. So it really gave me a hard time right here. Really, really gave me. I don't know if I was stubborn. I don't know what you want to call this today here, but Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Right? So it did end up going finally to the TP. So very stressful day. I don't know how you want to call it. Was it I mean, 5 entries in a day? It's way too much. But because I'm being stopped out on break even multiple times, I'm actually not losing that much. I cut losses here a little bit, cut losses here a little bit, and this one I decided to hold everything. So I it's nothing crazy, right? It's not like I was losing thousands of dollars in this day. So I'm okay with it. So I hope it makes sense. Man, this was a crazy, crazy thing, crazy day. It did drop, you see, but it was very difficult to scalp all the way down. It was difficult. This was a nasty move right there. Would have definitely killed me. These two trades right there was a nasty move after that drop. And then you see, I would have won this one as well. I would have won that trade. It's just that it was so shitty again. You see, multiple times coming back to my break even point. I hate when it gets like that. I know myself. Most of the time I just close. So I'm currently holding this swing position. I don't know if it's going to end up playing out. I have a feeling. Let's see. Tomorrow we actually have some news at 8:30. But again, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen. What do you guys think? I want to hear your comments. This thing is going to stop me out while I'm sleeping tonight or not. Last time I made $800 while I was sleeping. So I want to see what's going to happen with this one. Probably if it goes all the way to the top, I probably made maybe $1,200. But I don't know. I don't know. If it comes back down, I'll be losing like $360 or so, something like that. So, anyways, hope it makes sense. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, any doubts, this was yesterday, as I mentioned. I didn't want it to. It was just a slow day. Very slow day here as well. I think. Yeah, look at this. Look at this thing. It was insane. I was looking for sales, then price reverse. Let me actually show you here. So yesterday was 23rd, the 23rd. Divergence here. You see my entry, it's already looking bad. It's quite choppy. I'm not seeing actual displacement here. So that sucked. That position sucked. This one. You see I re-entered again on this only fair value gap right here. This one got me on break even. What else? Next one. Break even. And that was it. Oh no, that was from today. Yesterday. 3 positions. I think I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I had 4. So it was actually, this was the first one. That one right there. Yeah. So I caught losses on that one. price was forming an SMT here. For a moment, I thought it was going to push. So after closing this position, I entered on a buy. You see, and it got me on break even. So it was nasty. It was nasty. Really, really nice, nasty and boring and overall. So I didn't want it to ah to look at it, but that's what it is. It's not gonna be nice all the time. So hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, guys, so far that was a trade on Monday. This was the day on Tuesday, and this is today, Wednesday. And well, let's see what's gonna happen with this one. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good night.